Long before he became an international sports icon commanding absolute fascination under the bright arena lights, Conor McGregor was forged in Dublin. Growing up in a working-class neighborhood, he discovered boxing and mixed martial arts during his early youth to build self-defense skills. Conor did not enter combat sports out of a simple desire for quick internet validation. His primary goal was to escape financial hardship, master the martial arts, and achieve ultimate physical freedom. He rapidly developed an extraordinary biological response to striking training, building a razor-sharp left hand, flawless timing, and exceptional fight distance control. Training under coach John Kavanagh at Straight Blast Gym, he captured 2 regional titles before entering the UFC stage. McGregor proved very early on that he was a completely unique breed of athlete, a charismatic young Irishman fully destined to conquer the world of combat sports through pure skill and supreme confidence. What truly transformed Conor McGregor from a rising star into an absolute mythical figure within the global fight community was his striking precision. Known affectionately as the Notorious, he possessed an uncanny ability to predict the exact round and movement of his victories, earning the nickname Mystic Mac. He did not rely on wild brawl exchanges, he utilized relaxed, wide stances, continuous feints, and counter-striking to completely dismantle opponents inside the octagon. His signature left hand landed with sniper-like accuracy, dropping world-class fighters with seemingly effortless timing and speed under the lights. This captivating, highly lethal fighting style made his performances instantly recognizable and deeply terrifying to every rival in the featherweight division. McGregor turned his cage appearances into high-drama theatrical spectacles, proving to the sports world that supreme confidence paired with technical precision creates an unstoppable force. The absolute competitive climax of Conor's early career was realized at UFC 194 in his iconic featherweight title war against legend Jose Aldo. Facing a champion who had remained undefeated for a decade, McGregor put on a masterclass in psychological warfare and mental dominance before stepping into the cage. Standing under the blinding Las Vegas lights, he stayed completely relaxed, waiting for the exact moment to execute his perfectly timed counterattack against his opponent. In just 13 shocking seconds, he landed a historic left hook that knocked Aldo out cold, capturing the undisputed featherweight world championship. That breathtaking victory sent shockwaves through global sports media, setting the record for the fastest finish in UFC championship history. McGregor demonstrated to fight fans everywhere that precision beats power and timing beats speed, etching his name permanently into the golden pages of modern combat sports history forever. While his featherweight crown earned him global mainstream fame, Conor achieved permanent legendary status by challenging lightweight champion Eddie Alvarez at Madison Square Garden. Headlining the historic UFC 205 event in New York City, he delivered a breathtaking, flaw-free striking masterclass that captivated millions around the globe. He systematically dismantled Alvarez with lightning-fast punch combinations, displaying absolute spatial awareness and total defensive mastery. Finishing the champion in the second round, he raised 2 world title belts simultaneously, becoming the first simultaneous 2-division champion in UFC history. That historic coronation established his status as an untouchable sports icon who had completely redefined what was possible in professional fighting. McGregor proved that audacious vision and unyielding self-belief create global revolutions, establishing a landmark achievement that forever altered the financial landscape of MMA. What truly separated Conor McGregor from almost every other athlete of his era was his unmatched mastery of psychological warfare and promotional charisma. Long before stepping inside the cage, he used pre-fight press conferences to dismantle the mental composure of his opponents through sharp wit, verbal dominance, and flair. He wore custom designer suits, drove luxury cars, and commanded packed arenas, single-handedly driving pay-per-view numbers into historical record territory. This rare ability to turn fight promotion into high-art entertainment made him the single biggest attraction in combat sports history. While opponents grew emotional, frustrated, and panicked under his verbal barrages, McGregor remained calculated and razor-sharp when the bell finally rang. His theatrical persona established a new commercial blueprint for combat athletes, demonstrating that personality, performance, and business savvy elevate a fighter into a global superstar. Beyond his technical left hand and championship gold, Conor earned universal admiration for his willingness to take immense competitive risks without fear. When planned fights fell through, he willingly stepped up weight classes on short notice to face dangerous, heavy opponents like Nate Diaz. His epic 2-fight rivalry with Diaz produced historic pay-per-view records and showcased his willingness to adapt, learn from defeat, and return stronger to claim victory. He carried his fearless vision into unprecedented territory by crossing over to fight boxing legend Floyd Mayweather in a historic global spectacle. That crossover bout generated massive worldwide attention, bridging the gap between professional boxing and mixed martial arts like never before. McGregor showed the sports landscape that a true warrior fears no challenge, proving that bold ambition and fearless execution can transcend the boundaries of any individual sport. A major definitive factor that set Conor apart during his prime era was his exceptional balance, movement fluidity, and spatial understanding. Influenced by movement mechanics, he trained his body to float across the canvas with total ease, striking from unpredictable angles. His ability to pull back by inches to dodge heavy punches before returning with his lethal left hand became a textbook example of high-level counter-striking applied to mixed martial arts. He controlled the center of the octagon with total authority, backing opponents against the fence where his range traps proved completely lethal. His fluid stance switching, long front kicks, and continuous pressure forced rivals into desperate mistakes that played directly into his power. McGregor's offensive striking system became a revolutionary model for modern fighters, proving that fluid movement, spatial control, and relaxed power are the ultimate keys to dominance. The cornerstone of Conor's athletic evolution resided in his lifelong bond with coach John Kavanagh and his dedicated team in Dublin, Ireland. Working alongside trusted training partners, he refined his raw talent into a complete, high-octane fighting system that conquered 2 weight classes. This tight-knit environment provided a consistent source of loyalty, allowing him to push his physical limits with unshakable trust and fierce mental focus before every major battle. They developed a scientific approach to fight preparation, utilizing advanced movement drills, cardio tracking, and tactical video analysis. Maintaining this disciplined training structure ensured his reflexes remained sharp for historic main event battles on the world's biggest stages. This unyielding dedication solidified his reputation as a passionate martial artist who honored his gym roots while building an empire that captivated millions of fans worldwide. Beyond his fight record, his championship belts, and his iconic left hand lay a deeply proud Irishman who elevated his nation onto the world stage. Every time he stepped into the octagon wrapped in the Irish tricolour flag, he carried the passion, pride, and hopes of millions of citizens. His rise from receiving government support to becoming one of the highest-paid athletes on earth inspired an entire generation of European athletes to pursue their dreams with courage. He returned to Dublin following his major world title triumphs, celebrated as a national hero who had conquered global sports entertainment. He utilized his immense wealth to launch successful business ventures, building an empire that secured his family's financial future for generations. McGregor proved to the sports world that humble beginnings do not limit global greatness, establishing a lasting personal legacy that transformed Irish sports culture forever. Following high-profile championship battles, severe physical injuries, and setback moments, Conor faced adversity with remarkable resilience and hunger. Rather than stepping away from competition to enjoy his vast fortune, he repeatedly returned to the gym to prepare for high-stakes main events under the lights. He treated difficult losses as temporary hurdles, stepping back onto the canvas with the exact same warrior spirit that defined his early rise through Dublin. This unshakable passion for the fight game earned him deep respect from fellow martial artists, promoters, and fans across the globe. He proved that his drive was fueled by a deep love for martial arts competition rather than simple commercial gain or public applause. McGregor showed future generations that true fighters are defined by their willingness to step back into the fire, cementing his reputation as a fearless, immortal combat sports icon. When fight historians analyze the most influential figures in combat sports history, Conor McGregor's name stands at the absolute summit of global impact. His unprecedented combination of dual-division championship gold, sniper-like left-hand accuracy, and unmatched star power permanently changed mixed martial arts. He proved that a fighter can elevate an entire sport into mainstream global culture through sheer athletic genius, sharp intellect, and magnetic charisma. His historic main events continue to be studied by coaches and promotional executives worldwide as masterclasses in fight hype and striking mechanics. Hardcore purists and casual fans alike celebrate his career, recognizing his contributions as the defining catalyst behind the modern UFC expansion era. McGregor proved that bold vision creates an immortal legacy, leaving a profound mark on fight history that time can never fade or diminish over the years. Conor McGregor has permanently etched his name into the absolute upper echelon of combat history, leaving behind an untouchable, timeless blueprint. He will forever be revered as the Notorious, the Irish king who successfully proved that supreme confidence, left-hand precision, and fearless ambition conquer the world. His incredible life journey serves as a powerful reminder that bold vision, unshakable self-belief, and hard work will always stand the test of time. Future generations of mixed martial artists will continually study his historic title fights, his 13-second knockout, and his iconic press conferences, trying in vain to replicate his magic. He showed the entire world that a champion could achieve immortality by remaining fiercely true to his vision, elevating sports entertainment, and living as a true king. The Irish legend has permanently etched his name in gold, leaving an eternal mark on fight history forever.